Oh, hello everyone. My name is Tracey Holloway. I'm Head Teacher Home Economics at Singleton High School, of a position which I've been in now for the past 25 years. During the last 15 years I've been quite instrumental in working in hospitality, and I feel that I've got the passion and drive to help you today to get through your HSC. One of the things that you need to remember is it's not too late. We can start now. If you are someone that hasn't done anything in your HSC preparation, you can actually start now and be assured that what you learn in the next so many weeks, you can be prepared for your HSC. So it's not too late, let's start now. Singleton High School over the years has worked dramatically with hospitality, and some of the little hints that I'm going to show you today are things that I actually use in my classroom and things that I've found that students have been able to work towards and to get a better marks in their HSC. Stage 6 is very important for you, but a band 6 is even more important. Let's aim for the best you possibly can and let's see how well you can go. So firstly, there's no excuses. We can start now and the excuses finish, so let's begin. You have many people as your resource people that you can actually use. Firstly, you have your teachers. You have other students in the classroom. You have exams that you can use, past exams. You have internet sites. You have other students within the course that might be doing that little bit better than what you're doing, but can actually help you. You also have other students that have actually completed the course over a period of time. Now those students and students that have left and finished the HSC previously are a very valuable source. Key into them as well. But one of the big things is, and hospitality is working with a team, so be a team player, help each other, work in the classroom and help each other. So that a team approach is really important. Preparation. Preparation is the key to success. You need to start early, you need to prepare well in advance. One of the things is that you need to do is to make sure you are comfortable in your learning style, because we're all different. Every person that learns is going to learn in a different manner. So do it the best way that you feel fit. You are needing to know whether you're a reader, whether you prefer listening, whether you like talking to people or you like doing practice essay questions or practice questions. A study timetable is always very good. And I know as many people has told you to do a study timetable, it is important for you to actually do that. Ensure you have a copy of the syllabus and make sure you use it. Also, be knowledgeable about the essay and exam style, your equipment needs, the lengths, and the question styles. That's very important. The HSC examination is optional. Only students who have completed the Hospitality 240 indicative hours or the Hospitality School-Based Apprenticeship course are eligible to actually sit for the HSC exam. Students who undertake the exam can have their HSC mark contributed to the ATAR or Australian Tertiary Admission rank. The optional external HSC exam provides a measure of student achievement across a range of syllabus outcomes and content that can be reliably measured in an examination setting. The external examination and its marking relates to the syllabus outcomes. It makes sure that they are clear and they link to the exam, syllabus outcomes and the content, and they also enable our students to demonstrate the level of achievement outlined in the course performance scales of the exam. Then applying the marking guidelines based on the criteria that relates to the quality of your responses. It's also outlining your performance in the exam each year to the standards established in that examination procedure. The examination mark, however, is an estimate of your marks of what you've achieved over the 2 years. It's an estimate that your teacher puts in to make sure that the mark is reported on just in case you have an illness or misadventure and there is an appeal. That is important for you to know to make sure that you put in the efforts that are required of you over the 2 years so the teacher can put in an accurate mark. It's very important for you to understand that the exam specifications are set in concrete and are used over a basis for you so that your influence in your exams are put across 3 to 4 areas to make sure that you have a different understanding of the context in various methods to examine. You are actually given 2 hours plus reading time for your exam. The paper will consist of 4 sections. Section 1, which is worth 15 marks, there will be objective response questions to the value of 15 marks. They are short answer, multiple choice questions. Section 2, there will be approximately 5 short answer questions. Questions may contain certain parts. So in other words, you can get part A and part B. There will be approximately 10 items in total, which is important for you to know, and all the marks will be worth between 4 and 8 marks per question. Section 3 is worth 15 marks. This is one extended response question called question 21. The question will have an expected response of around 4 pages. Now it's important that you make sure that you fulfil those requirements of approximately 600 words. If you don't, it means that you are not putting in the effort that is required of a student that has completed a 2-year course in hospitality. Section 4 again is worth 15 marks, and this is based on your extended response from the areas of your stream that you have selected. They are accommodation, commercial cookery and food and beverage. Select the one that you have actually been studying with for the past 2 years. Don't think that the question is more suited to you in one or another because you do not have the background information that is required of you to complete that course. Candidates are required to complete the course on the actual exam question that you are studying. Each question will consist of 2 to 3 parts, with 1 part being worth 8 marks. So the need to do an actual essay is not there anymore. It's actually answering the questions and meeting the need of what the examiners want, using the rubric to answer those questions. The compulsory sections, as I said, are very important for you to remember. If you have studied Strand A as commercial cookery, do the question for Strand A. If you have studied food and beverage as Strand B, you do the question for Strand B. And if you have studied accommodation services, please do Strand C, accommodation services. It is important for you to actually fulfil those requirements and answer the questions correctly. For further guidance and resources, it's important that you actually go to the Board of Studies website. They will provide you with a syllabus, all the updated information for your exam and for the year that you're studying the exam, as well as providing for you advice and information on past papers. I've always found that if you like to give advice, please make sure you follow through with that. If you don't take advice, you can't blame anyone but yourself. So it's important to think about the advice that has been given. In multiple choice questions, there's actually 15 questions within your core module. It's really important that you allow yourself approximately 15 minutes to do these questions. Make sure you read your questions very carefully and attempt every question. But when you answer those questions and you give yourself a second chance at looking at them again in your review of those questions, think very carefully before you change your answer. Because usually in the first instance you're going to be right when the brain actually is clicking into reading those questions. So be very, very careful when you change your answers. Some of the hints for choosing multiple choice questions really actually assist you in going through the rest of the exam. So the questions consist of 2 parts. Firstly, it has a statement of the question, and then it has a list of alternatives for you to actually answer from. Read very carefully and make sure you underline those key terms, because usually those key terms can help you later on in further parts in your actual exam. There are generally 2 incorrect options. There's usually 1 distractor and 1 correct answer. You must make sure that you cross out the incorrect options and identify them and then confirm the remaining answer is correct.